I wish I had been recording. Little John yelled your name twice, very loudly, before you woke up.
You just gotta expose me.
Tell us about your tacky day outfit.
Okay, so I woke up and I put a cute outfit on, right? And
She woke up the first time this morning, not the second time. We just woke her up again.
yeah, and then I was like, oh, I forgot it's a tacky Taurus. So, I went through my mom's closet and
Okay.
this is what I found. But no, hear me out. It's tacky tourist, right? I've seen people with their little button, Hawaiian shirts and their little flower. Look at my hat. How is that tacky? Look, it has a clip.
Very nice. Are you going to wear that to work today?
No.
What has become your favorite appetizer at the Chili's?
Our egg rolls. Our Southwestern egg rolls.
Okay, do they have chicken on them?
No, they have okay, from what it sounds like, it doesn't sound like, the best, but they're amazing. It has like spinach and corn and beans, and pretty sure there's meat in it. They're really good though. Like, you can't knock it till you try it, because I seen it and I was like, and I tried them.
All right, well, there you have it. Kayla's tacky outfit for Tacky Day. Behind the camera, we have Chloe, who did not get the camera on fast enough to see Coach Littlejohn awake Kayla in class. But I can tell you right now, she was out cold. And here, let me reenact it. She's out cold, and he yells, "King!" She didn't move a muscle. He yelled it the second time, "King!" She jumps up and knocks her pencil off onto the floor, and it rolls forever. Did you not sleep last night?
I mean, I worked, but I slept.
I'm running your way, but you push me away. Your lifeline, losing your mind. I'm here for you, babe. I've loved you the same this whole time. So tell me, what's on your mind? And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your kryptonite? Can't get this.
Welcome to Eagle Vision
off
for
my
Friday,
mind.
January 29th, 2021. I'm Trent. Today's top story highlights our cheer team. Our cheer team competed in Worldwide Association this past weekend at the Lander Center. We're excited to announce that the team took home Best Tumbling, High Point Champion, Most Creative, Best Building, First Place in our division, and Level Bid winner. The NFL is gearing up for the Super Bowl next Sunday. Here's Ashanti with the story.
The Super Bowl is set for February 7th, and it's been determined that the two teams will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Kansas City Chiefs. This comes after the defeat of the Green Bay Packers and Buffalo Bills. The Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady, will be the first NFL team to play the Super Bowl at their home stadium. Bruce Arians attributed the win to Tom Brady, saying it only took one man to win the NFC title. And when reporters asked Mahomes how the Chiefs plan on beating Brady and the Buccaneers, he said, "We just have to be ourselves." This shouldn't be hard based upon the fact that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year against the San Francisco 49ers. And with these two teams in the Super Bowl, it only gives Brady and Mahomes more of a chance to win the league's MVP title.
Today's feature vocabulary word is contour, an outline, especially on representing or bounding the shape or form of something. Used in a sentence, the artist will contour the lines on the painting to make the animal appear more lifelike.
Oh,
We're here with Nails for another story time with
you
Nails.
found it.
And you do know that we have the several people from the yearbook staff on staff here as a cast of EVTV, and they pulled up a few portraits of you there.
I see that. Is that the side? I got the sideburns in that one. No, not in that one either. I ain't changed a whole lot. I'm a little fatter, but
We also came down to the room to pull him out of class for just a second to talk about his story here, and saw his computer, which was loaded with icons. I don't know how many's on there. How often do you clean your computer off?
how long have I worked there? 5 years? Never.
So the day it came, you just keep adding things.
Here's the problem with those MacBooks. If you don't look and see what you're saving it as, it'll save it on desktop. You never know. So it just shows up there, and I'm not gonna go back and change it.
But you can grab every icon and then just drag it into the documents folder, and it's in documents in a nice list and not just sitting out on the desktop exposed. You didn't know that, did you? I'll help you with that later. All right, we're here for an actual story from your past, and you have a doozy about a date.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So you ever just had this? There's this one chick in college, and I worked up the courage to ask her out. She was a little sorority girl, whatever, and I was finally like, hey, let's go get something to eat, do a movie, the whole thing. First date kind of deal. So went and picked her up. We went and ate. It was pretty good. So we go to this movie, and I'm like, what you want? I'm like trying to be a big baller. Like, I just got my scholarship, my money, my financial aid check, whatever. Like, what you want? I'm like, popcorn, candy, load it up. Girl's like, you want a tray? I'm like, nah, I carry it by myself. I got 2 tubs of popcorn, 2 drinks, got some Reese's Pieces in my back pocket because I like to put it in the popcorn, and it's really good, salty, sweet,
Was this the Malco in South Haven?
No, this was in Missouri. This is in Cape Girardeau. It's the theater's like in the mall. So I get there. I don't even know what we were seeing. It might have been like 300 or something like that. They're like, this is how long ago it was. I hadn't even met my wife yet, so she can't be mad on this story. So we get in there, and we get there early. Like, the lights are still, what is it, like the house lights they leave on? So we're going up, and the theater's packed. Like, it might have been the opening weekend of this movie. So I'm like, oh, you go ahead, I'll let you go first. Going up, she gets about 4 steps in front of me. I'm like looking for a seat. She's like, what about here? I'm like, no, I got, like, when I go to the theater, I got to be in the middle. Boom, you can see. And like, I think the best sound is like middle section, not all the way to the top, but like middle section, because you get it from everywhere, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm going, and dude, I don't know if I missed a step. Remind you, I'm walking up the steps. I don't know if I missed a step, if my boots slipped or what, but all of a sudden I fall backwards, and I throw popcorn, Coke, across my Reese's Pieces. And when I go, I don't just go backwards. I go like backwards at an angle. So these people sitting right here, covered in popcorn, covered in Coke. And I'm like embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, I don't get embarrassed that easy. Like, I stand up, pop up, I'm like, come on, let's go. So we go downstairs, and she's like, well, we gonna get more popcorn? I'm like, no, we're leaving. Like, we're leaving. She's like, I really want to see this movie. I'm like, I don't care. I just fell in front of all these people. I'm like, we've been on a date for like an hour and a half and we're sitting here arguing. I'm like, no, I'm not staying here. So I left her. Went home. She called one of her shorty friends and come and got her. I never talked to her again. Like, we had class the rest of the semester, and every time I walk in class, she'd be like mean mugging me, and I see her on campus. She'd be like, so about 3 weeks later, I'm in the union, which is kind of where all the food and stuff is, and this person comes up and they're like, hey, didn't you fall at the movie theater last week? Nope, that was Jim Clocky. So I blamed it on somebody else, but.
It's now time for today's announcements. Pay attention, we're moving fast. Students, Eagle Vision is now accepting applications for next year's cast. You can apply by logging on to our school website, hornlakehigh.com, and clicking on the application link in the center of the page on the carousel. You can also find the application on our website, www.hornlaketv.com. The Early Childhood Education class will be recruiting February 1st. Applications may be picked up in C8 starting Monday. The Early Childhood Education class works directly with the preschool class here at Horn Lake High. Contact Mrs. Rook for more information. Track tryouts will be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week. You can see Coach Gore or Eilert for the physical packet.
Hold the microphone.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry.
Big baby.
Okay. Smile. Be friendly. Make people want to smile.
And keep your mask on.
I mean,
Like over your nose.
smile. Come on, open your eyes. Use your eyes.
Yeah, look at that. The crinkle in the eyes.
You're gonna advertise.
And you're on.
So track starts in a couple weeks. The end of this month, and then the next month we have the meet start probably around the end of February, 1st of March. Trials begin on Monday of next week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. If you're interested in track, see myself, Coach Gore, or the new coach. What's his name? I forgot what his name is. Little John, Coach Little John. So other than that, just come see us and run track. And I'm not as mean as they say I am. So.
All right, tell us some of the things that you can do on the track field, like some of the events.
Well, javelin is not a high school event because, it's a college type event, but there's high jump, long jump, we don't pole vault. There's triple jump, shot, discus, 100, 200, 400 meters, 800 meters, mile, 2 mile, 4x1, 4x2, 4x4, 4x8.
Okay, for people who don't know what some of those things are, what is shot?
Shot is a big metal ball, about this big, and you put it on your shoulder, and you turn and you throw it like that. And the farther you throw it, the more chances you have to win.
What was the other one? Discus?
Discus is like a big metal frisbee, and you hold it and you just kind of like that,
So one more time, if you want to be involved in track, you need to see
Coach Allert or Coach Gore or Coach Little John.
What was the new coach's name again?
Little John.
Students, don't forget we have tutoring available to you on Monday afternoons. Be sure to sign up in the cafeteria on Mondays during lunch if you plan on attending the sessions. You can also talk with your teachers if you're interested in signing up. Students, don't forget if you have a pending COVID test, you should not attend school until you have the results. Students who test positive should provide documentation to the school and follow state quarantine orders. If you have questions, you should contact our school nurse, Mrs. Cross. This year it's more important than ever to keep up with the news and info. We have lots of video content to check out online. Head to hornlakehigh.com and click on the subscribe link to get a full access to our YouTube library. That's it for today's episode. Here at Horn Lake, we are better students, always growing and expecting more. Stay tuned for your lunch menus and athletic schedules. We'll see you here Monday. Have a fantastic weekend.
I'm running your way, but you push me away. Your lifeline, losing your mind. I'm here for you, babe. I've loved you the same this whole time. So tell me, what's on your mind? And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside.
When you said you left her at the theater, Chloe's eyes got really big behind the
Yeah,
camera.
I left her. Like, I didn't. At that point, there was no saving it. And like 20 minutes into it, she realized like I was just a little Mississippi redneck. She was from big city St. Louis. Her dad was a VIP at some bank, and I mean, when I pulled up in a truck with a 3-inch lift, and I pulled into her, she was local, or not local, but her dad had a house there and whatever. And apparently I had to meet her dad before I took her out. So
They probably still talk about you at holidays.
they probably do. Which the one I texted you about cleaning, the guy, that's same. It was all in the same day. But yeah, I left her sitting in the theater somewhere. She had to call somebody to come get her.
See, Brittany actually probably likes this story. You took a girl to the movie theater. You fell on your backside. You left her at the theater. You were humiliated.
I don't know if I've ever told Brittany that story or not.
Well, she knows it now.
No, because what day are you showing this?
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure she misses work next week. Like, hey, you need to stay home with the kids. But yeah, it wasn't my best. So like, no other girl from that sorority would like have anything to do with me after that.
I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time. Can I feel your grip tonight? Can I feel your grip tonight? I wanna know what I said. Can I feel your grip tonight? Hear you say you're fine. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your grip tonight? Can't get this off my mind. Does it own you, control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time.